What is up, Timmy Academy? We are here at a Chick-fil-A in Beckley, West Virginia, the first stop on our road trip. It is September 30th. We got a really cool collection here in Beckley from a local guy, real estate agent. A lot of cards and some cool posters from when Unstable released. We got a couple full sets. I just want to take a quick look at what we have. We'll dive deeper into this later on. But we've got a full set of Unglued and a full set of Unhinged, including lands and everything like that. So that's pretty cool. This whole box is all Unstable. And if you look back here, we've got about 100 lands. So that's where a lot of the value in this collection is going to come from, is unlands. Not so many unglued lands, which is kind of a shame. We do have one deck that's not an undeck, and there are some unstable lands throughout here. It's a token green deck. Nothing crazy in here, but we did have a foil Titan Forge, and there's some good stuff in here. Squirrel Necks. Primal Vigor was a good one. Cage Sun. So a couple $5, $10 cards here and there. Nothing too crazy. Alright. Now, we've got some other really cool things to show off. This is all unstable? Yeah, this is all unstable. And then we did have a couple sealed packs. So there were 3 packs of the Dark and 1 Fallen Empire. So a little bit of value there for anyone who wants a probably not searched but can't guarantee it. And then in here we had one very cool thing. The only Arabian Nights card that is in the set is a very well-loved Island of Wok Wok. So that's pretty much it as far as the value is concerned in the collection. Such a weird collection. I think my favorite parts are the full unsets and these sweet unposters. Super cool. So we'll touch base. Our next stop is going to be Fairmount, West Virginia. It's about an hour and a half away, something like that. And then we got to hit Pittsburgh tonight and get to Connecticut by Friday morning. So we'll continue the video documentation of this super fun road trip. All right, talk to you in a little bit. All right, Timmy Academy, we are back. I am in Pennsylvania. Just got here. We picked up the second collection. Not much to show for that yet because it's wholly unsorted and that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to show a little bit of the drive. And West Virginia is absolutely beautiful, and so is this part of Pennsylvania as well. We're about 40 minutes from Pittsburgh, where we're gonna do a large deal with a cool dude. So stay tuned. We will be back. All right, Timmy Academy, we are back. We are on the road. We're in Jersey. This is the comic shop that I used to go to when I was a kid. So just came from Connecticut, and we picked this up. There's an open revised booster box in Connecticut, and we also picked up a couple other things. A little bit of Flesh and Blood Alpha. So it's been an exciting day. We're gonna go inside here and see if they have anything cool. I will touch base soon. All right, I am back home from the road. It is now actually Wednesday. I got back on Friday night. So I left Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Drove through West Virginia, made 2 stops in West Virginia, made a stop in Pittsburgh, got back on the road around 9 p.m. And headed towards Connecticut. Took a little 3-hour nap on the way. Got to Connecticut around 7:30 in the morning, 8 in the morning, something like that. Had some breakfast and met up with a couple folks to do some deals. And then I flew down to, well, I drove, but down to D.C. Got into D.C. Friday at 5 p.m. So sat in a bunch of traffic. hooked up with hashtag Gaming Arena. Shout out to Mike and Drew. You guys are awesome. Your store is awesome. Those guys are, I think they're looking to expand and open a larger location. So if you get a chance, if you're in the DC area, go check out hashtag Games. Super nice guys. We did a trade for a bunch of old school stuff. And then I came back home. So I did it all. It was 30 plus hours of driving in 2 days. And it was wild. Just wanted to show off some of the cool stuff we got. Let me see if I can make this a little easier to see. Let's go up a little bit. There we go. And we'll hold please, professional YouTuber. All right. So, there's some spicy stuff on this table. The initial road trip started with needing to go pick up these. So this was an entire booster box of Revised, but it was cut open 25 years ago, and the guy just had the packs sitting in the box for 25 years. Now, I've already gotten a bunch of hate in the groups about, people think we're scamming or whatever, buying $300 packs, putting them in a box, and then posting them. But, like, as you can see, these packs are beautiful, pristine. I fully believe they are unsearched. The guy did not know really anything about Magic. He just bought the box 25 years ago. So yeah, I mean, they're beautiful. There's no signs of searching whatsoever. They're in the box. We're selling them at $4.25 a piece. If you're in the group, the price point is a little lower. So that's incentive to join our sales group, our personal sales group. The name is below in the description of the video. Come find us. So yeah, we're doing $4.25. We've moved through about 8 packs already, waiting for a lot of cards to come in that we're trading for one, and then I think 6 are going to the Netherlands. Haven't finalized that deal yet, but you know, time zone is different, so we keep sending messages back and forth, and it seems like we're missing each other. So yeah, that was super awesome. Guy couldn't have been nicer. We met up in the bank and did the deal in cash. Yeah, just super happy to have another box of Revised here. As you know, we did a box break. You can find the video below. It was live streamed. This is similar to that. So this is kind of like, we did that for $500 a pack. This is $4.25 shipped and insured. If you're international, we do ship international, but we'll probably charge a little bit extra for shipping. Nothing crazy, $5-10 bucks. So, you know, if you want a pack that you believe to be unsearched, because I believe it to be unsearched, because just meeting the guy and the whole situation, this is probably the best pristine unsearched pack deal you're going to find. But people are giving me all kinds of hate. Oh, packs are $3.25, loose packs, blah, blah, blah. Well, these aren't exactly loose packs. You know, there's sometimes in life you find situations, and especially in this market, where there's people that don't interact in the market so much, and you know, they just have something like this that's been sitting around for 25 years. So he gave us a good deal on it. Not a stellar deal, but I bought it with the intention of, I bought it knowing that this would be a good deal for people who trust us and trust our name. We're not scamming you. We didn't search the packs. The dude didn't search the packs, so they're here. But of course, you know, we're getting lots of, what was the one comment? You can take your asking price and turn it sideways, ... Like, okay. It's like, come on, be adults. But I love it. I think it's hilarious, and if nothing else, it's just free bumps on the post. So so this was probably the highlight of the pickup. Obviously we're gonna sell them, and maybe there'll be some left over when we actually move into a storefront. I don't know, hint hint, we might be doing that at some point. So the other Connecticut deal was Flesh and Blood. So we've got 2 and I don't know who made these. If you made these acrylic boxes and you come across this video, reach out. I'd love to know who made these, because they're beautiful magnetic boxes. They fit Flesh and Blood perfectly, and they've got these rubber stoppers on the bottom, so you can actually like display them nicely. Pretty cool. A fellow dealer who sells to us had these for sale, and he gave me a good price on them. These are for my personal collection. I got them for under $4,000 a piece, which is market right now, or when we started talking, was around 4. Now I have seen some go for $5,000 recently on eBay. I don't know if those are oddballs, but I just wanted to go back and get a couple of these. I missed out on Rudy's deal. I actually tried to order them, sent the payment to the wrong address. I forgot the LLC in the name when I sent it, and of course, so it was just sitting in limbo in PayPal, and I missed out. So that was big whoopsie, but you know, so I went back and I got the originals. So that was, you know, that was super fun for me and a good pickup. And Duncan, if you watch this, man, you rock. Awesome dude, super nice. I was a little sad because we didn't get to sit and wrap, and usually, you know, when you're meeting someone who you've been doing business with for a while, it's nice to sit down, grab a cup of coffee, grab a beer, you know, have a bite to eat, share stories, you know, that kind of thing. But he was on his way to work, so we did it at actually like 8:30 in the morning at a post office, and just a quick and dirty parking lot Shady magic deal. So Duncan, thanks for those, man. We got some more first edition Flesh and Blood goodness. If you've been watching the market on these, this is the new set, the 5th set release. We picked up 6 cases. We did a trade with Hashtag. They don't have a huge Flesh and Blood crew up there. So, actually, interestingly enough, he said they had a large Digimon crowd in his store, which is super cool. Just cool to see other games getting love. But yeah, he wanted some old school Magic. They're opening up a new store, and he wanted some inventory. So I traded him some duels and some other stuff for 6 cases of Tails, and he gave us an awesome deal. So yeah, that was super cool. So next we've got some fun things. First, we'll do the smaller things first. So we picked up 2 collections in West Virginia. One was a blind box buy for $300. No big deal. There was about, what I could see from the post, there was about $100 to $150 worth of higher end $20 to $30 cards. And I could tell he hadn't picked through it. So we just did a parking lot deal for $300, and we don't often do those blind buys anymore because honestly, there's just such a gamble for both the seller and the buyer. But the price point seemed reasonable, and you know, looking through it, I figured I'd find some stuff in there, and I think it was probably the perfect price point for neither of us to get screwed over. So this is a mix of that collection, and we got a really cool collection from a nice guy in Beckley, West Virginia. He's actually a real estate agent. Super cool dude, older guy, just selling off the last of his stuff. And I already sold some of the stuff that was in that collection. There were 2 dark booster packs and an island of Wok Wok. So actually the island also went to Hashtag. We've done another deal since then. They wanted some more old school stuff, so we unloaded the rest of our old school inventory to them. So if you're looking for some old school stuff and you're in the DC area, hit up Hashtag. They've got a bunch of stuff coming from us. So there were 2 dark packs that were kind of rough, but you know, sold to a regular customer of ours who tends to pick up like older sealed product. He also got, I threw in a Tales of Aria Blitz deck for him, and there was a couple. He picked up a couple Fallen Empires packs as well. So these are the new Blitz decks. Oh, this is just the Oldheim ones, but yeah, I haven't actually played with them yet, but I would like to when I can find some damn time. So yeah, there were the dark packs, a really beat up, well loved HP Island of Wok Wok, and then the collection was super cool. It was mostly unstable and unhinged, so there was just lots of unhinged and unstable bulk and rares and stuff. So that'll be going into, as I've been talking about for a while, building an uncube. I think I'll probably build more than one because I have so many uncards at this point. I never really sell them, so they just sit in boxes and they pile up and pile up. So I really want to make some fun uncubes, and if we do wind up moving into a location, it would be awesome to have a couple uncubes just around so people can play or run Friday night undraft. You know, stuff like that just really excites me. And I think excites casual players. So he also had a full set of unglued and a full set of unhinged. So I just love unglued. It's so nostalgic for me. Crazy Cow, BFM. So of course BFM is, you know, that's probably the priciest. That and Blacker Lotus are probably the priciest cards in unglued. So there's not a lot of value in this. It's just cool to see the full sets of these. You know, we got Jester's Sombrero. It's super cool. And of course the land cycle is beautiful. The beautiful squirrel token. So yeah, then we've got the unhinged set. He didn't have a full unstable set, but I think there's Garfield. There's probably a full set in the bulk that he gave me. And then where most of the value came from in this collection, like this was super cool, and I'm happy to have it, was just gobs. I'm talking, I think there's 300 or more unstable, unsanctioned lands. Not unsanctioned, sorry, unhinged and unstable. So there's just tons, and they're beautiful. There were a couple foils in there. We found 3 foils. That forest, oh my god, it's just so beautiful. There was one misprinted forest. I'll show you that. Let me just hold, please. So there was one misprinted, and I didn't put this. I did post these for sale in lots. At first I tried to post the whole thing, but didn't seem anyone was interested. It's like $1,500 worth of unlands. But see this like weird UFO print error? So this will be, we'll put this up in the minor misprints group and see if we can get any traction. I just thought it was cool. I'm glad I noticed it. So yeah, just lots of unlands. And of course, let's show off the sexiness of the unstable ones. Not unstable, I keep saying unstable. Unhinged. Unstable are the full arts. They're just, and these were reprinted recently in double masters, but doesn't have quite the same effect as the original ones. And they're all in really good near mint condition. There's a couple LPs in there, but for the most part they're beautiful. So that was the big highlight of West Virginia, was just this stack of, look at that, of hundreds of unlands. So if you're looking for some, hit me up, send a message to Royal Cardboard LLC at gmail.com, or you can reach out to us via Facebook. Join the group, The Goods MTG. That's also below, and send me a message. Hit me up. The other thing from West Virginia, the other highlights in that collection and the other one, just lots of little stuff. Obviously, the City of Ass is from the Un collection. And then most of the rest of this is from the $300 collection. So there was some cool stuff. Sword of War and Peace, Noxious Revivals, a couple of those. Nothing too crazy, but just like a lot of smaller good stuff. So these were the cards that I knew about. The Birds of Paradise, Omnath, Green Sun Zeniths, Garrick, a couple Jiragas, Primal Command. You know, so I knew there was some good stuff in here. And there were a lot of these old school dual decks. So there's a Phyrexian Arena. This was probably the next best hit. A couple Mem Knights. I mean, there's just a lot of small stuff. Goblin Guides. Just, yeah, you know, little 5-10 stuff that just throw it up on TCG Player, make a little profit. And it was fun to go through that collection and sort through the bulk and see what's in there. And, you know, that treasure hunt scenario, I don't often do that much anymore. So it was nice to get something like that. Now, we stopped... Oh, let me show you something else that came from West Virginia that I thought was really cool. Also in this collection where there's a poster. This thing folds out. It's the it's like the release weekend of Unstable. And these beautiful prints that they did for the event. So we're probably going to get these framed. I got so much stuff to get framed. If you're in North Carolina and you own a frame shop or something, hit me up. If you're watching the channel, you're probably an MTG connoisseur. I got so much MTG stuff to get framed. If you want to do some trades for some framing work, for some cards, that would be great. If not, if you're not in MTG and you just randomly found this channel and you like the sound of my voice or something weird like that, hit me up and we'll obviously, you know, pay in cash. But yeah, so those were super cool. I was super happy to have them. That's what I love about reaching out to people on Facebook Marketplace and doing these deals and meeting these people who aren't necessarily in the marketplace so much. Like everyone's usually super cool, and just these little Easter eggs of fun things that come in collections. So then we headed up to Pittsburgh and we picked up a like $14,000 collection from a super nice guy, Total Players collection. We paid a little more than we usually do to win the bid on it. Actually, a friend of ours won the bid. It was going to sell to him. But then I guess he ran out of cash flow or whatever. So we wound up actually getting the bid back to us. We paid a little more than we wanted to, but all in all, I think it's, you know, it was 75% instead of 70%. So not too shabby. And there's a lot of just good staples in here. Just quick selling stuff. We got a bunch of fetches. You know, there's no old school, but just a lot of Tarmias, you know, moderns coming back and seeing some good price, you know, stabilization in modern. So we got a playset of the Ragavans, everybody's favorite monkey. So yeah, nothing crazy, but just lots of good modern and commander staples. And this is, honestly, guys, this is where we make most of our money, is just selling staples to players. Grave crawlers, these things spike madly recently because of the new, I guess, zombie deck that's going. Yeah, the new zombie deck that's going around. And it was featured on game nights. I hadn't seen, there's a lot of SLDs in this collection that I hadn't seen. The Grave Titan looks beautiful. Damnation, Seb, beautiful Seb artwork. Yep, you can tell right away. God, that's beautiful. So yeah, a couple Urzas. You know, there weren't any duels in this, and usually when we buy a couple full art Jaces, Force of Negations, usually when we do deals in the 10K plus range, it's old school stuff, and it's duels, and it's sealed product. But this was just a player's collection of, he played a lot of Modern, I think, and EDH. So there's some one-ofs. Look at that full art Mem Knight. Oh, super goofy Karn Liberated. Couple Emrakuls. I mean, just, it's all the staples, dude. Ran in 6. We were super happy to have it. We sat down and we had a meal at a taco joint, and we talked for a couple hours, and we had a beer, and it was a lot of fun. It was a whole lot of fun, and the guy was super cool. I just love deals like that. A couple Scalding Tarns. You know, it feels like you're meeting a friend rather than doing a business deal. So along with all those cool staples, we have this entire, this is like obviously the high-end stuff from the collection. High-end. The stuff that'll get listed in Facebook before it goes on TCG Player to see what our regulars need. And there's a lot of play sets and stuff, so a lot of that will probably get sold direct on Facebook, which is great. And then all of this were just like the smaller, you know, couple bucks, $3, $4, $1 stuff. You know, just little stuff, Drowning the Locks, Dread Boars, you know, stuff that'll just immediately tonight or tomorrow get listed on TCG Player, and just put all our litter stuff up there. That'll take a lot of time. Also, the collection came with a bunch of really sweet deck boxes, like this Ultimate Guard thing. And so I was happy to pay a little bit more than we usually do to get some nice accessories. They don't sell that often, and they don't sell for that much money, but sometimes, you know, we use them for giveaways, or someone comes out, hey, you got a couple used deck boxes for like $10 a piece? Sure, man. You know, that kind of stuff. I think that's it. I mean, it was a fun trip to see all the product and pick it up and meet these people and hang out at Hashtag for a couple of minutes and meet Mike, the manager over there. I also dropped off a bunch of product to a friend. I don't know if you remember, we picked up a large collection of booster boxes in DC many months ago, maybe in February. Prophecy, Invasion, Saviors of Kamigawa, all that kind of stuff. And he actually has been buying product off of us. And so I dropped, you know, I dropped off a bunch of stuff to him, and we hung out for about an hour and chatted and talked about the market. And that's why these road trips are fun to me, because I get to see the people that that are regular customers of ours, or other dealers or stores. And you know, you'll see I stopped at the game store that I went to as a kid, and I bought a little bit of product off them. I bought a Dual Decks anthology, because you just don't see them. That's sealed, so I grabbed that, and I bought a couple Innistrad Midnight Hunt pre-release packs. You know, so it was a good trip. It was a good trip. It was a lot of driving. A lot of rocking out to Run the Jewels, and listening to the Dollop podcast, and yeah, a lot of Red Bulls, But that was the trip, guys. That's what we picked up. All of this stuff is for sale, minus the first edition boxes. Those are being put away and sat on, and we'll probably do some box breaks of first edition. But yeah, you know the deal. Hit all the things and bells and stuff. Throw a comment up. Show us some love. We're trying to build the channel a little bit. I'm trying to get more regular video publication out twice a week, 5 o'clock EST on Wednesdays and Fridays. We're going to do some live stuff soon. We're going to be doing a big drawing for anyone who bought stuff in September and was subscribed to the YouTube channel. Their name got entered into a drawing, and we're going to be doing that soon and giving away a bunch of fun stuff, just as a support, showing love back to our patrons and our customers. And we're probably going to do some educational videos soon, and just some weird random market stuff that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. So yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Love you guys.